there I have a card today that's a little bit bright for me, but I think it's really pretty. And it's a technique that I haven't ever shown on a video, so I thought it'd be kind of fun to show it too. So we're going to show you the dies that we'll be using and the stamps. The first up is the Live, Laugh, Love Sentiments, which is a clear rubber stamp set by Creative Expressions. The striplet is the Mini Striplet Butterflies in Flight, and that one comes with the extra butterflies. And the Vancouver, which will be showing you a different way you can use this die in which to frame your striplet. I'm also going to be using a selection of alcohol inks. I'm choosing Sunshine Yellow. I have Cool Perry, Raspberry, Aqua, and I also have Sailboat Blue. You can choose any colors you like. The thing about alcohol inks, though, is that they work with slick surfaces. So you have to have metal or acetate or something like that to use with them. I am using some gloss white card here that I've just cut into a little strip, okay? And as fun as they are, there's so many different things you can do with these. We are literally going to drip the background with these different colors. Just create a beautiful multicolored palette of different colors here. Now every time you do this, it's going to be completely different. So if you want to recreate a look, the best you can do is to use the same exact colors, but it's always going to come out different every single time you do this. If you want, you can leave a little white in here. You can use the lighter colors to kind of fill in and mix and mingle. And some blue in here. And this is a fairly bright color, so it's going to pick up. So maybe not quite as much of this. There we go. So you can go back in with some of the lighter colors and fill in if you like to have a solid area. Mix them around. It's totally your call. I do like a little bit of the white showing sometimes. That's pretty too. Okay. And then just, you can take a piece of kitchen roll and blot your extra bits. There you go. Or you can let it dry naturally too. So you have a really pretty background now. So that is what I've gone ahead and done. Now I've cut one of the butterfly striplets in white. I've just glued it on top, and I've used the fall away bits to fill in where the butterfly is, okay? So we'll come back to that in a second, but I'm going to show you what we've done with the Vancouver die. Cut two of them, just like they are, out of white card, and I'm going to bring in my trusty little paper cutter here. We're going to do a little nipping. So I'm going to cut it right down the center. Put the two halves together, and I'm going to just take off a little bit more because I want to make it a tiny bit more narrow. There we go. I'm going to turn them over backwards, put them back together. A little bit of regular tape between them, and just get them lined up as nice and evenly as you can. Okay. Center them back together like that. Now I have two that I've cut. I previously did this one, but I also want to lengthen it to make it longer, but yet it's too long to put them like that. So I'm going to do the same thing by putting these two together and cutting down one end. Right about there. You could actually keep this and put it back together for something else too. So don't throw those away. Then we're going to tip this over backwards and put some tape together on here. So now what I've done is I've created an area where I can put my striplet really nicely. I've gone ahead and done one with some mounting foam on it. I've added some pearls in. As you can see, I've kind of hidden the little cut areas with the pearls, added a few more so it looks more natural. And I'm going to bring back my, my striplet now. Okay, so that will go sit in the middle of that, but we're going to do some cutting first. Go ahead and cut these butterflies that come separate with the die. And there's 4 that match up exactly to the shapes that are in this striplet. So I'm just going to tape them into place. And the reason I tape them is just so they don't slide underneath each other or off the card as we cut them. And they've got open areas, and anytime you have an open area on a die, it will emboss beautifully. So we're going to go ahead and run that through to get the embossed feature to come out. Yeah. Okay. Pop out our butterflies. Put our tape back. There we go. 1. Oh, a little bit of tape on that one still. There we go. 3 and 4. Okay, so I've only done the fall away pieces on that just to make it a little bit more solid when you look at it. I do like to bend these wings up just a tiny bit so you can kind of sort of see underneath that. So let's add a little glue. In fact, let's start with this little guy. He's a sideways facer, so we're going to be able to catch him really nicely like that. Give that a second. And this is the bottom one. Just a little bit of glue right in the center. In fact, I'll put glue in the middle of all of these. Bend up the wings a tiny bit. There we go. And put that one into place. And get this last one. So you've got a bit of motion coming in with those butterflies, really pretty. Now what I've done is I've gone ahead and done one where I've added some pearls into the center already. So you can see it just really shows off those butterflies nicely. So we'll bring in our piece with the mounting foam on it, and we'll add our striplet to the center of that. And it just creates a really pretty little area all the way around that. And I went ahead and stamped my sentiment up in the top corner of my card in a black Archival ink, and I've done some piercing and whatnot and created my base. And then I'm just going to add this, and we'll have what I consider to be more of a clean and simple look for your card, but really elegant. There we go. So your Vancouver frames that absolutely beautiful with that pop of color. It's certainly sure to grab your eye, I think. Hope you've enjoyed this today. It's a little bit different for me, but I think it's nice.